This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
We here at Elder Geek enjoy it when a game imparts some real-world knowledge on its players. The indie puzzler SpaceChem won't turn anyone into a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, but its gameplay does draw from both chemistry and visual programming to create a cerebral challenge. SpaceChem has a simple goal: manipulate a given set of atoms and molecules to create the desired output. You can't recombine these materials at will like Dr. Manhattan. In fact, things are entirely hands-off once the system is set in motion. Your job is to lay down sets of red or blue automated commands for the reactor's red or blue tracks to follow. These commands range from picking up or dropping off particles, to creating or breaking atomic bonds, to syncing the two tracks. The game adds another level of complexity with its production puzzles, which challenge the player to connect several reactors in series to create a solution. Later on, you'll also unlock fusion reactors, branching paths, and even more to add to the game's difficulty. SpaceChem is entirely unlike anything else we've played, so there was something of a steep learning curve for us to overcome. We're not going to lie, even with the game's detailed tutorials and simple introductory puzzles, it was difficult for us to grasp exactly what each command is supposed to do. Though some of the game's intricacies are harder to grasp than others, it is demystified with experimentation and research. SpaceChem allows for easy sharing of solutions on YouTube, so there's no shortage of examples to learn from. And once we saw some of the clever tricks other players had come up with, we were eager to craft some solutions of our own. Perhaps most of all, we appreciate the flexibility SpaceChem offers in solving its puzzles. There are truly limitless approaches to each stage. Whether your goal is to be as efficient as possible or simply to find a unique solution, SpaceChem will pull you in. Your results can be matched up against those of other players regarding time elapsed and number of commands used. We should also mention the amazing soundtrack, which really is one of the best we've heard, indie or otherwise, in the past year. The graphics are solid and do a good job of conveying exactly what's happening in your system. While the story is interesting to read through, it's presented in a manner which not only divorces it from the gameplay, but also makes it look plain compared to the game's detailed tutorial screens. SpaceChem would have benefited from a more thoughtful and aesthetically pleasing integration of the plot. Minor flaws in presentation aside, SpaceChem is a solid puzzler and offers a good deal of content to anyone who's willing to work at understanding the game's ins and outs. With its graphical presentation and the wealth of support on YouTube, improving at SpaceChem feels like learning a well-documented programming language. We'd recommend this game to anyone who's willing to put in a few hours of work to get used to this unique puzzler.